and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We are your friendly neighborhood Beeroes.
Kev, Ty.
And we're going to do a good old-fashioned Brew Talk. And the topic today is what really got us when we were younger into superheroes and what we watched and what we indulged in when we were younger.
Yeah.
And how this passion started.
Trip down memory lane.
Trip down memory lane. We've done the Toys R Us stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's time to focus on the actual heroes. For me, it was the animated... You okay? Yes. It was the animated TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the old series, the cartoon.
Oh my god, dude, yeah.
I used to live through that. Power Rangers, the old animated Spider-Man series.
Oh, the series on Fox.
Beetleborgs. I'm trying to think what else, but I was so involved in that stuff. My favorite, though...
Yeah.
Don't hate me.
Okay.
But Beast Wars, the old Transformers.
I remember
when they were
Beast Wars.
The jungle animals. That was my ish. Yeah. I had a lot of toys. I guess if you've watched this for the past few weeks and you've watched these Brew Talks,
yeah,
I had a lot of toys as a child. I was a spoiled freaking brat. I had so many toys. Power Rangers, Beetleborgs, Beast Wars. I had all those figures. It was freaking Optimus Prime as the gorilla. Yeah, had that. Megatron as the T-Rex. Had that. Had them all. I think it was, what is it, Spinnerack or Spiderack?
I'm not sure.
I forget his name.
You would have so much money
the Wasp.
After
yeah, if they were on the box.
Yeah.
They're all broken up.
Shit, yeah.
They're all broken, beat up, used. I was big into everything. Mm-hmm. What about you? Kev, what was your series? The animated Batman series?
That still, I think to this day, is the best animated
I agree.
cartoon, like comic book adaptation. I think it would still hold up today.
It does, 100%.
And I still think, we were having a conversation on the phone the other day. I still think they should make a Batman, the DC, I was going to say Netflix series, but I think it should be on the DC streaming series, a Batman series, because Batman, I think, would adapt so well to a television series. Batman in the animated series, oh my god, man. I remember that intro. I have all the seasons on DVD right now, which I think with this DC streaming service, you're probably going to be able to watch them.
So, I think with the beta, to start off, I think the first 2 seasons.
Okay.
I assume they'll roll out the rest of them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many seasons there were. Do you know off the top of your head?
There were there's 4 box sets. So the first 3 seasons are Batman the Animated Series, and then season 4 is called the New Batman Adventures, or the Batman the New Batman Adventures, I think, or Batman and Robin Adventures.
The stuff which is after the animated series.
Correct. Yeah. So let's just say, for me, the animation, not the animation so much, but the illustration from the first 3 Batman the Animated Series were my favorite. And then the new Batman Adventures. I did not care for the way that they changed the characters.
See, my thing, especially nowadays, cartoon illustration back when we were younger was 1,000 times better than now.
I think it's lazy nowadays.
It is lazy. If you look like Teen Titans Go and stuff like that, like the new Batman cartoon they have, like on Cartoon Network, the illustrations, they're just goofy looking.
Which one's on Cartoon Network?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
I don't know if is it almost like the computer animation?
No.
Because I know they did try to do that. I don't think it worked.
I forget. I don't know the name of this new Batman.
It's not the Brave and the Bold, is it?
Maybe it's the Brave.
It's supposed to be very like campy, very cheesy.
I don't like that at all. But that's how cartoons are nowadays.
Yeah.
Like back when there was like Courage the Cowardly Dog. There's the Teen Titans, the original one, not the Teen Titans Go. They were all illustrated so well, and it was that old school design that I loved. And I can't watch cartoons nowadays. Like that Rick and Morty look, I don't like it. I'm not a fan of that illustration at all.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, you said it best. It's lazy, It's not. There's not much into it. People want to write as much as they can and push out as much content, so they're not focused on creating top-notch illustrations like they did back then.
Yeah. I definitely think a lot more heart and soul went to the not only I shouldn't say, because there's probably content out there that maybe I don't watch that You know,
It's true. Yeah,
pretty
it's very
decent.
true.
However, I think the illustrations back when we were younger, we're '90s kids.
Yeah.
Like you mentioned, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon was fantastic. The X-Men.
The X-Men was awesome.
That was probably the Batman the Animated Series was the top, but I think X-Men
was up there.
Was like
I just love when they had those big robots they fought all the time. I didn't know what they were. I forget what they're
Sentinels?
called. Yeah, the Sentinels.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm like, all right, Wolverine's about to slice these guys in half.
Dude, that was
Beast is gonna freaking just start popping them like it's nothing.
Oh my god,
it was so
that
good.
was such a good show.
It really was. But they brought the comics to life.
Yeah.
And now it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, and talking about this, I kind of want to start watching Batman the Animated Series, like the DVDs I have again.
Yeah.
They're so good, man. There's so
really
many good
good
episodes. I don't even know which one's my favorite.
I was watching them on Netflix before they got taken off.
Wait, they had Batman? They had the animated series on?
Yeah. They had
Holy
Justice League. They had
shit.
Justice League Unlimited, and they had the Batman animated
The Justice League series was really good, too.
Yes, Justice League was awesome. Awesome.
I know you...
Unlimited was awesome, too.
I don't know if I ever watched Unlimited.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
It was really
there was a
good.
Superman animated series. I don't remember...
I didn't watch that
as
one
much as the other ones, but Spider-Man, the animated series, which was I mentioned,
My
you
favorite.
had said it, and I
favorite.
kind of echoed that.
I had
Fox.
to say, my favorite animated series was the Spider-Man animated series.
When like his spider sense was going off,
Yeah.
and the way like it would kind of like change colors.
But they just did it so well. They had all the villains. They had Doc Ock. They had Scorpion. They had Juggernaut. They had everything. They had. I mean, it was an older variation of Peter Parker. Like he was.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't think he was in high school. Because he was like dating Mary Jane, who was the news reporter at the time. I think she was. I'm trying to remember.
No, he was definitely. I think he worked for the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, he did because that's when.
As a photographer.
What's his name? The head of it.
J. Jonah Jameson.
J. Jonah. He was awesome in that series.
Yeah, he was. But that, I mean, I have to say, I think as far as Batman's rogues gallery of villains and Spider-Man's are probably the two top.
I agree.
You know, for most popular villains,
Yeah.
most interesting villains. But I remember that Spider-Man series on Fox was pretty incredible. And then you had mentioned one a little bit ago that I freaking forgot, and I have news on that, which I don't know if it's true. You said Gargoyles.
Yes, Gargoyles.
Which was also on Fox.
Yes.
Was it on Fox?
No,
or was that
I don't know.
Or was that like WB?
I think it was WB. Gargoyles was my shit, man. I loved that series.
That was sick.
It was.
Goliath was like the main dude.
Yeah.
And then I forget all the other ones, but I could picture them. So the news I was going to say. I don't know if it's a thing. I know that it was presented to... Actually, I believe Disney actually owns Gargoyles.
They do, yeah.
Okay.
Because they that used to be on like... not Disney XD, but before that. They had a whole lineup of stuff. But it used to be on like with Brace Face and all this other shit. I know that because I was looking for Gargoyles.
Yeah.
And they would have like this Brace Face show, and I forget what else.
I don't know Brace Face.
I think it was Sabrina the Teenage Witch had a show too, like an animated series. Yeah, I think they had it on during that time too. But yeah, I was in love with that show. I thought it was so cool.
Well, Jordan Peele, who did Get Out, approached Disney and said he wants to create a live-action Gargoyles film. And Disney was like, I don't know if anybody wants this right now.
This guy.
I would freaking love the shit out of that. However, I don't know. Like, how do you think it would go across? I mean, like, kids who grew up with it would probably be all about it.
Yeah, but
like, is anybody else gonna really care?
You don't know that because it could be, if they do it right, anyone could love it. Because it's just a good series. Like,
that's true. If it's done right, yeah, that's true. If it's marketed well, yeah. I mean,
I would love to see a dark. I would love to see a dark Gargoyles movie. I would get hyped for that.
It kind of threw me off guard because Jordan Peele, you know, he did Get Out, and I had mixed feelings about Get Out. I kind of want to watch Get Out again because I think going into it, I thought it was one thing and then realized it was another.
Yeah.
I think if I watch it again, knowing what it is, I may appreciate it more.
Yeah.
However, I think Jordan Peele is his first like directorial debut. It was incredible, and I know he's already working on another horror film. But then for him to approach Disney about a like, to me, I was like,
he was probably a super fan like I was back in the day.
He must have been. I mean, for him, like, the kind of director I think I thought, okay, he's more horror, and then for him to choose something so out of the box as Gargoyles, I was like, wait, what? I didn't even think about that.
You can make Gargoyles horror. I mean, it's about stone statues that come to life.
You could. I don't know. I think I mean, I'm biased. I would freaking love to see a Gargoyles live action film.
I would love to see a Beast Wars film. That was on Netflix like 4 years ago or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I watched through the whole series again, and I was like, I love this series.
Well,
it was so good for its time. Like the animations of it and everything. Like Rat Trap.
Dude,
awesome.
Oh my god, you're saying these names and I'm like, holy shit, I freaking remember this. I do remember Beast Wars. I remember loving Beast Wars on I think, was that on Fox too?
Know.
I feel like it was, man.
I loved every second of that. It was so good. There was only 3 seasons, I think. I wish there was more, man, because they did it so well, and they had all these different animals that they would have. What the hell is it called? I forget. But like they would like come down in pods, and they would take shapes of these animals.
Yeah.
And it was just so cool that they would fight over the pod to try and make a Decepticon or an Autobot, and it was like, this is just I want this forever.
I miss that, man.
And it just sucks because like. I watched some of the new Transformers stuff, and I'm like, this does not touch Beast Wars. Beast Wars was the ultimate reason I love Transformers. The reason I love, even if the movies are shitty, I will still go see every single one of those movies because I was soaked into that series with Beast Wars.
Yeah.
I will never not watch one of those movies because I love that series just based off that television series.
I have to say, I was never a huge Transformers fan. Yeah. However, Beast Wars, I remember watching Beast Wars religiously. Yeah. I do, and I remember really being into that. But after talking about all this, which is so cool because I miss all these shows.
Yeah, seriously.
What do you think? If you can you remember what got you into this type of this genre of stuff?
I just think as a kid, like seeing people like having these extraordinary abilities.
Yeah.
And whether it's a gargoyle turning to like a stone figure turning to a human, or a guy who gets bit by a spider and has spider powers, or these spirits that are robotic that can turn into animals. I just think it's cool to see these things happen on screen, and it's always cool to see like villains versus heroes. It's always good to see that kind of clash. As a kid, like you eat that stuff up. Yeah. It's cool, and like you want to see these heroes overtake these villains and overcome these obstacles because that's what you want in life. You know, you look forward to. Especially as kids, you want to topple the villain. You want to get ahead of the villain. You know, you want to show you're the hero in the world. And I think that's what brought me into it.
Well said, man. That's really, and I think, and I was trying to think about this, like what really, and I don't know if I really have a solid answer. I would love to know when I was younger, what was the one thing that kind of drew me towards loving superheroes?
It's probably an aunt and uncle. Like you with Hunter.
It could have
pushing Batman on him.
That's the thing is, I don't know. I mean, Batman, I don't know for sure that's the thing. I wish I could like kind of hone in on when I was like younger Kevin and why I gravitated towards Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Batman for a lot of people, he's cool because he's dark and mysterious, and there's something. I know it's such a cliche word, but it's something cool about.
No, it's awesome.
And I think I was always a fan of the villains he had. The Batman's villains are so whimsical and so
Two-Face, Penguin,
Joker. I mean, they're just so like over the top.
They are,
and they're just great on their own.
Riddler.
You know, they're so recognizable, all his villains.
They're the most recognizable villains in the world, in my opinion.
I would have to say, yeah, probably, then maybe Spider-Man second with all his villains. But I don't know, man. I think when I was little, I think sort of the same thing that you said. The fact of, I was a little scrawny kid. you know, when I was younger,
Yeah.
and looking up to these kind of heroes who were
gives you some strength inside.
Exactly, and I mean, who doesn't love a classic story of good versus evil and good overcoming evil? And I just think I don't know, and I would like to think even when I was younger, getting lost in these worlds, you know, it was just kind of, it's like you could kind of remove yourself from where you're at and like jump into this world, and just the journeys of these heroes was just captivating. And I don't know. I honestly, I would love to go back and just realize what because I honestly can't remember.
Clicked.
When I was little, what was the first thing that I saw or that was presented to me where I was like, I love this, and I'm totally like 100% into this.
Until I'm like fucking till I'm effing 60. That's gonna still go on. Whatever. I don't know why I changed it. But let us know your thoughts. What brought you to superhero dumb? Is that a word? Superhero dumb?
Superhero-dom?
Superhero-dom.
Yeah.
Let's know what when you were younger, what did you watch? What got you into what we are now? Like the comics, the movies, the television shows. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, please.
Type, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And as always, thank you for watching. Cheers. Hey guys, don't forget to use our promo code on Tavor, Beeroes. It's BEEROES.
This app Tavor will open up your world to all these different craft beers that you never even knew existed. If you download the app, you may find your next favorite beer that isn't even in your area. It could be from Iowa. It could be from Texas.
Hawaii.
Who knows? Hawaii. Check it out. Check it out, guys. You won't be disappointed.